Hello, calculus students. We're going to compute the derivative of a function, this function here, f of x equals 3, and we're going to find f prime of x, and we're going to do it using the limit process. Now, very quickly, thing I want to point out is if you were to plot this function, you would see that it's just a straight line, and it goes through 3 on the y-axis, right? So this is the line y equals 3. And so this is the function that no matter what you input in for x, it just keeps spitting back 3. That's going to become important in a moment. All right, so the derivative is denoted by f prime of x, and by definition, the limit process is stated as such. The limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. This thing here is called the difference quotient, and we're going to let h go to 0. Now notice that if we just put in 0 for h, you would get f of x minus f of x, that's 0, and you'd get 0 in the denominator, so you'd get 0 over 0, and that is called an indeterminate form. Whenever you see that with a limit, that means you have more work to do, essentially. All right, so let's do a little side scratch work here, and we have f of x plus h, and we have f of x equals 3, right? So what happens to f of x when we substitute x plus h in for f of x, for x here? Well, it just keeps spitting 3 back, okay? Now remember what I said before. If this is your point x, and this is x plus h, then f of x is 3, f of x plus h is still 3. It's stuck on the same line, okay? So we'll just write down that f of x plus h is also 3. This is a constant function. Well, let's substitute that into the limit definition. So we have f of x is 3. We'll put that in. And we have that f of x plus h is also 3, and we'll substitute that in. Now we'll just simplify the quotient. 3 minus 3 is 0, divided by h. We'll simplify that further. 0 over h is, of course, 0. And the limit of a constant is the constant itself. So the 0 isn't going anywhere. It doesn't matter what h is doing. And the result is 0. So therefore, if f of x is 3, then f prime of x is 0. Now the geometric interpretation of that, I'm going to take this one step further, is, remember, this is the slope of a secant line, and this is going to become a tangent line. So if you think about a tangent line to this line, it's going to be exactly this line, and the slope of this line is 0. So this is giving the slope of the tangent line to this line here, and that turns out to be 0. All right, good luck.